Okay, y'all, big Project RV news this week. We've decided where we're gonna be for the next 3 months. Victoria has decided on her next travel nursing contract. And for any travelers out there, she's got 10 great practical tips if you're currently looking for an assignment. Plus, we'll show you all the fun activities we've been up to with family and friends since we've been home for the holidays. So, y'all come on. Hey, puppies.
It's a lit river.
Anyone know how to operate one of these things? We're all getting the same tattoo. Me and my 3 brothers.
3, 2, 1.
Don't fall.
Deeper than I thought. Okay, good to know. It's deeper than we thought.
Cheers, happy ski day. Let's do it.
You're killing it, Victoria.
Hello and welcome to Project RV Living Lost. I actually have some really big news for you today. I just signed a contract, so I know where we're going next and I cannot wait to share it with you. However, before that, I would like to share a couple of tips and tricks for travel nursing right now, especially at this time of year. It can be a little bit tough. The market is oversaturated and it seems like everybody had the same idea that I did, which is finish your contract up before the holidays, go home and spend it with your family, and look for a new job in the new year. Now that was really awesome while I got to spend all this time with my family, but now it feels like everybody and their cousin is currently looking for a job. Besides the sheer number of people that seem to be applying for the same job right now, there also seems to be a little bit of a lull in how much they want to pay you. During December, the hospitals are offering a lot more money because they're trying to get nurses in there to help out during the holidays, but then it feels like it dries up a lot in January. Now, I had some difficulty about this time last year finding a job, but I have to say this year, it seems that hospitals are taking a lot longer to get back to you for an interview or an offer. Now, I don't know if this is maybe because their HR is understaffed, or I've also seen a lot of managers step down and dealt with a lot of interim managers, so they're getting a lot of extra duties put on their plate that they're not used to. I generally get a call within 1 to 3 days, but this time I actually didn't hear back for over a week, and I thought the position was actually closed. All of this uncertainty and difficulty can be stressful for everyone, but it did lead me to think about what we as nurses can do to help ourselves in this situation. I've been at this for a couple of years, so here's a couple of my tips and tricks. Tip number 1, make sure you sign on with plenty of travel agencies and recruiters. It literally does not pay to stay loyal to one company. It's very common that you will find the same position but with different pay with different companies. I honestly am not sure how many companies that I'm onboarded with at this point, but let me tell you, I have plenty of options when it comes to searching for new jobs. When you're signing up for one agency, just sign up for a couple. They're all going to be asking for the same information, and if you have it all right in front of you, it's going to be much easier. Along those same lines, it's a good idea to be honest and upfront with your recruiters that you're working with. Tell them that you're working with other agencies so they are aware. And if they don't like that, then that probably means that they're trying to manipulate you and they're not a good recruiter. However, if you are on with multiple agencies, do not apply to the same position with 2 companies, because the hospital will see the duplicate applications and just throw the whole thing out. My last piece of advice when it comes to recruiters is try to leave on good terms. They may not have had the best position this time, but maybe they will next time. I like to send them a little text message, let them know that I found the position I was looking for with someone else, but I appreciate their help and I look forward to working with them in the future. Hi, Barley. When talking with recruiters, make sure you have your priorities straight already in your head, because they're going to be asking you your location, your pay, your shift. Just know that you will most likely have to compromise one of those things. Say if you really wanted to do days, 36 hours in, say, I don't know, Florida, because it's nice and warm right now, you probably are going to have to compromise a little bit on pay. Also know what you're not willing to compromise. For example, Personally, I have only worked days for a lot of years, and I am not willing to compromise that. I will not go to nights. So I make that very clear with my recruiter. If you're still struggling and you are getting nervous and having a hard time finding a job, maybe try a different specialty that still falls within your scope of practice. For example, I work ICU, and I'm lucky enough that I could apply to an ICU position, a PCU or step-down position, or a med-surg position. Now, I would not be able to apply for a whole new specialty, say like an OR nurse, because that requires different training, but I do have a lot of options out there if I'm willing to broaden. Now, this next tip is not feasible for everyone because everyone's in their own situation, but if you're able to, it's a good idea to try to save enough money to be off of work for, say, 1 to 3 months. This gives you financial stability and peace of mind and time to find your perfect job. Now, if you're the type of person that maybe can't handle being unemployed, they don't like the uncertainty, or maybe you financially can't actually feasibly handle it right now, I would suggest starting to look for your next position about a month before you finished your current position. This way, you already have your next job lined up by the time you are finished with your current one. And it can also be helpful for some jobs that offer insurance for maybe about 2 weeks between contracts, so you'll already have it lined up. Now, we all know that the job market fluctuates constantly, so it can be kind of overwhelming whenever you're first hopping back in. I mean, I don't even know what they are paying right now or how many hours they tend to be offering. So what I like to do is contact all of my recruiters that I have in my back pocket and ask them to send me a list of all of the open ICU positions that they have available. Even if I'm not planning on going to that particular location, it helps me get a good idea of where the market's at, and it helps me spot people who are trying to lowball me, and helps me spot those unicorn positions that are absolutely perfect. My favorite way of organizing the information is to input it into a spreadsheet, therefore I can sort it by different properties. That's the way my brain works. You do what works for you. Now for the bonus tip. Scan, take a picture of, whatever, save every single piece of paper that you get during all of these assignments and put them in your computer under a special file named employment information. So when you apply for a new job and they want your ACLS card, they want your NIH, they want even, I have pictures of my ID in there. All you have to do is pull up that file and everything is updated and in a central location. Now that I've given you some tips and tricks to hopefully find your next job, I'm excited to tell you where my next job is. Greenville, North Carolina. Thomas and I have a few new nieces and nephews that we have not been able to spend a whole lot of time with. We don't come home in between assignments, so it can be as much as 6 to 12 months that we don't see our family. So we are excited to have a lot of quality family time. This contract, we obviously focused on location, and I thought I was gonna have to sacrifice pay. However, I happened to luck out with a contract that is offering almost as much money as they were in, say, Illinois, and I guarantee you it's not gonna snow in Greenville, so I'm excited about that. And remember that compromise I was talking about? I actually accepted a PCU position this time. I mean, I figured I've floated there enough recently anyways, so what difference does it make for one contract? We plan on treating North Carolina like we've treated pretty much all the other states that we go to, which means that we're gonna explore every bit of it that we can. In fact, I'm pretty sure there's a lot of places around in North Carolina that I've never even heard of, so if you have any suggestions, please put them in the comments below. We have all sorts of new adventures coming your way, but in the meantime, we did want to share with you how much fun we've been having here in North Carolina with our friends and family. So check that out, and we will see you next week. Cue the montage.
To Victoria from Tommy. She ran out of presents over.
It's a lit river.
We don't have no room for calendars in our RV. No wall
calendar
space.
for you.
Isla, you have so many presents though. That's okay. It's Christmas all day for you.
What do we got?
What do you got? You got Christmas presents?
What is it?
Oh my God, what is it? You got a new toy?
Is it a bear and a dragon?
A bear and a dragon. Get you a treat, girl.
2022.
Treat yourself.
Brothers tattoo day. We're all getting the same tattoo. Me and my 3 brothers. We put the youngest one in the chair first as our guinea pig to make sure we all like the tat. So we'll see how it turns out.
I had you right in the middle of the heart. So did Greg.
as you can see, that wall over there is really interesting.
Happy New Year! Woo! This is my first drink. I'm already falling over. All right, time to pack it up. Parents are kicking us out. No, not really, but we have been here about 4 or 5 days, and now we are headed to an RV park in Fort Mill, South Carolina. Anyone know how to operate one of these things? They make it look so easy in the advertisement. They're like, just give it a little whoosh. Yeah, that's not working. After about attempt 50, it looks like we figured it out.
Two, three, chug, 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 chug.
Oh, Victoria! Oh, Victoria! Oh my God!
That was impressive, I'm not gonna lie.
Who did I marry?
Beast, baby, a beast.
Don't fall.
Deeper than I thought. Okay, good to know. It's deeper than she thought.
All right.
Okay.
It's 30 something degrees out, but I bet it feels good in there.
Yes. Oh my gosh.
Oh my gosh. Cheers, happy ski day. Let's do it.
Should be interesting.
Mikey's first time. All right, let's go, gang. Let's go, gang. Get them running. The question is, at what point have we skied enough that we should actually buy the equipment versus renting every time? Because between the last 2 times, we're about, just for just the 2 of us, about $450 into it.
Oh, goodness gracious. Woo! That's one way to stop. And that's the other way.
All right, Michael's first run. Let's go. Let's see what it looks like.
So 12 times you've fallen. Do you think you're gonna be sore tomorrow?
Butt cheeks. Show. Show.
He can't figure out how to like stay still.
I can't stop and stay still.
Cheers.
Cheers, cheers. We got Mom taking shots over here. It's a bang up job. You're killing it, Victoria.
Got a little rougher.
Yeah?
I was like, you're not gonna get any better today. It's only gonna get icier and you're gonna get more tired, so.
Oh, you have fancy pants? All right, Mike. Last run, how was it?
Lit.
Good stuff. Here comes Ma. Keeping an eye on everybody. All right.
That pro style.
Professional. Good job, gang. All right, let's go eat food.